Hi, I'm Ron Cohen with Best Partners, and here's what's on my real estate radar. According to a recent income and expense study published by the Rent Guideline Boards in New York City, reported net income increased 12% for any rent-regulated buildings across the city. Tenant advocates are suggesting this would justify another rent freeze, to which I say, huh? How is that possible? Insurance premiums have continued to rise at an alarming rate. Water and sewer expenses are up 10% plus. Fuel costs continue to rise. And even though these buildings are declining in value, the city continues to raise property taxes every year. So the majority of these older rent-regulated buildings are operating in the red. The Rent Guidelines Board, RGB, is a 9-person board appointed by the mayor of New York City, which is put in place to set rent adjustments for nearly 2.4 million rent-regulated tenants throughout New York City. Under Mayor Adams, it raised rents 3 times in a row, and for perspective, under Bill de Blasio, it froze rents 3 times. So what's up with this data? The New York Apartment Association said that the report failed to highlight severe distress in most rent-regulated buildings, most of which saw a decline in NOI, net operating income, in the past year, when adjusted for inflation amounted to 2%. Conversely, the report showed Manhattan increased in net income by 23%, which has to include a number of free market apartments. So get this, there's a building owner that actually is suing a bank for not taking back his building as part of the foreclosure process because the bank knows that the building's going to lose money. So why does it matter? Because buildings operating at a loss simply can't fund emergency maintenance, repairs, or mandatory improvements, making living conditions worse for their tenants and ultimately creating insolvency. There have been buildings that have sold recently for as much as a shocking 97% discount. And guess what? Freezing the rent is already on the docket as an issue in the next mayoral race in New York City. I'm Ron Cohen, and that's what's on my real estate radar.